The promotional portrait captures Kathleen Hughes in a dramatic pose, screaming for the 1953 science fiction film It Came from Outer Space. Directed by Jack Arnold, the movie is a classic of the genre, known for its suspenseful storytelling and creative use of 3D technology. Watson and Crick's 1953 DNA model, crafted at Cavendish Laboratories, symbolizes a scientific milestone. With Franklin and Wilkins, they revealed DNA's double helix, revolutionizing molecular biology. Florence Griffith Joyner, legendary athlete, made headlines at the 1988 Olympic Games selection, running with style, false nails, and makeup. She set enduring records in the 100 and 200 meters, redefining athlete presentation and leaving an extraordinary mark. Sloppy Joe's Bar in Chicago during the repeal of Prohibition in 1933. Prohibition, which lasted from 1920 to 1933, banned the production, sale, and transportation of alcoholic beverages in the United States. The repeal marked the end of this era, and establishments like Sloppy Joe's saw enthusiastic customers celebrating the return of legal alcohol. During the 1949 Miss Italy competition, where a contestant has her bust measured. Beauty pageants in the mid-20th century often involved various physical measurements as part of the judging criteria, including bust size. Eugenia Uminska, 1910 to 1980, Polish violinist and Warsaw Conservatory student, noted as concertmaster in the orchestra of the Polish Radio and Warsaw Philharmonic. Photograph from 1954 depicts Dominican dictator Rafael Trujillo on the left being presented with an award by Spanish dictator Francisco Franco. Trujillo and Franco shared a close friendship and alliance during this period. A gun crewman operating a 40mm anti-aircraft gun on the USS Edsall, a destroyer escort in the United States Navy. The 40mm gun was a widely used anti-aircraft weapon during World War II. Mugshot of 11-year-old Anton Wood, convicted of murder in 1893. Before juvenile courts, young offenders like him were sent to adult prisons. Natalie Wood and Edmund Gwenn in the 1947 film Miracle on 34th Street. Edmund Gwenn played the role of Kris Kringle, a department store Santa Claus, in the heartwarming Christmas classic. Natalie Wood, at the time a child actress, portrayed Susan Walker, a skeptical young girl. The film revolves around the theme of belief in Santa Claus and has become a beloved holiday movie. Gwenn's performance earned him an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. Wartime tension and preparedness in New York City during World War II. The image likely depicts New Yorkers reacting to a surprise air raid warning alert on October 22, 1942. In response to the alarm, people sought shelter in stores and subway stations, with this particular photograph capturing a crowd waiting for the all clear in a subway station at Lexington Avenue and 51st Street. Jean Harlow's career was cut short as she passed away at the young age of 26 on June 7, 1937, due to kidney failure. Despite her brief career, she left an indelible mark on Hollywood and remains an iconic figure of the pre-code era. In 1973, New Zealand Cabinet Minister Fraser Coleman wore a gas mask on HMNZS Otago during protests against French atmospheric nuclear testing at Mororoa. This reflects New Zealand's strong opposition to French nuclear testing in the Pacific at that time. Ben-Hur, 1959, directed by William Wyler, starred Charlton Heston and featured iconic scenes, notably the chariot race. Adapted from Lew Wallace's novel, it achieved both critical acclaim and commercial success. In 1904, early New York tour buses emerged, offering guided explorations of the bustling city's landmarks like Times Square and Central Park, reflecting evolving urban transportation and tourism trends. British boxer Henry Cooper and twin brother George, with their mother Lily in Bellingham, London, on January 13, 1959, following Henry's Commonwealth heavyweight title win against Brian London. Henry, though injured from the prior night's fight, captured this memorable moment. Charming scene from the late 1930s in Claiborne County, Tennessee. In this scenario, a young lady is playfully pushing a young man towards a potential love interest during a dance. Courtney Cox, in 1985, marks the early stages of her career. Recognized for her iconic role as Monica Geller in Friends, which premiered in 1994, Cox has since become a prominent figure in the entertainment industry. Chinese Americans protesting scrap iron shipments to Japan in 1939 reflects activism amid geopolitical tensions preceding World War II. Edward Big Ed Walsh, renowned MLB pitcher and manager, held the lowest career ERA, 1.82, in baseball history. Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1946, he left an enduring legacy with the Chicago White Sox. The 1959 Ford police car, tailored for law enforcement, reflected late 1950s automotive styling and technology. With robust engines and suspension, it met the specific needs of pursuit and patrol duties. The 1903 image of a shepherd and his son on Mount Parnassus, Greece, captures the essence of traditional pastoral life, reflecting timeless herding practices in the picturesque landscape. Japanese detective revealing seized weapons from the Yakuza in 1972 signals a law enforcement crackdown on organized crime in Japan. Ansel Adams, born February 20, 1902, was a revered figure in American photography, known for iconic black-and-white landscapes, particularly of Yosemite. His technical brilliance and environmental advocacy contributed significantly to wilderness preservation, leaving a lasting legacy in art and conservation. The crowd of spectators watching the launch of the heavy cruiser HMS York in 1928 illustrates a momentous naval event. Attended by dignitaries and the public, the launch of such a formidable vessel symbolized naval power and garnered widespread attention. American soldiers from Company M, 6th Infantry Regiment, celebrating the World War I armistice in Remoisville, France, on November 11, 1918. Arab looting of the Jewish quarter in Jerusalem in 1948 followed the expulsion of Jewish inhabitants during the Arab-Israeli War. Enver Hoxha, communist dictator of Albania for 40 years, 1944 to 1985, bedridden before his death, signifies a significant moment in Albanian political history. His passing on April 11, 1985, marked the end of his repressive rule. In June 1940, civilians evacuating Paris amid the advancing Wehrmacht responded to the rapid German occupation during the Battle of France. This urgent measure was crucial as German forces swiftly advanced, prompting residents' relocation from major cities to escape the immediate threat. An elderly Polish woman, circa 1981, crying by the gate encapsulates the emotional impact of visiting the Holocaust site. Auschwitz, now a museum and memorial, symbolizes Nazi atrocities. The woman's tears likely express deep sorrow and grief linked to the tragic events of World War II. That was all for today, folks. We hope you enjoyed. Until next time, safe travels.